Hello, 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 world. We want to welcome you back to the land of the trio where sports and culture collide. This is the Underground Sports Kings. I'm your host, Dwayne Sutton, aka Whoa. My people, me familiar in the building. What up, Chaos?
What it do, Pete? What's good? What's going on?
Boy, it's good to see you, my boy. We got a little bit of ball talk to get into because I think the WNBA said playoffs getting started today, gang.
Yo, let me tell you, it's a lot going on here, but the WNBA is definitely going down today. So
That's what
yeah,
I'm
they
that's what I'm
playing
talking about
today.
right there. The Don John himself, J.E. What's happening, my brother?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In the building. Glad to be back in the building with the Underground Sports Kings.
Man, you already know what it is, man. Look, we had happy to have you back, man. Hey, we missed you last week, but I know you got something for this week because I know you and I were chatting up for a little bit. But we gotta get into we gonna give you your time down there because we gotta talk about Izzy for a little bit, man. What the hell? What the hell?
Oh man. I'll just save my comments for I guess in the corner time. But I had a funny feeling. That's all I will say.
That's all you got for it. Man,
Yeah.
look here. Can't wait for that, man. We gonna be waiting for that. It's coming down the pipeline, so y'all make sure y'all stay tuned, man. But look here, y'all know how we get down right here, man. We just got to give our shout outs, man. BWNC Radio, Black Window Chaser Radio. Download the app if you have not. Dope podcast, dope music, and it's just for us. You feel me? Ain't no middleman. Get it. App is free. Stop playing. You say you support your people. Don't lie to me. Don't. I see you. Do you lying? You lying to these folks? Go download the app. Anyway, man. Um, Now that we got that out the way, you know how we get down right here, man. The world of sports continues to go round and round, and we got some headlines we got to get into. Let's get it popping, man. Woo. Man, I think we got to go ahead and just get into the biggest headline thus far. Let's count one, two, three, four plays. That is the 2023 season for Aaron Rodgers. Four plays.
Yeah,
It was a lovely moment. He came out with the flag on 9/11, doing his thing.
it looked good.
It was dope, wasn't it? Like the kids say, it
Good.
was aesthetically pleasing. but,
Yeah,
but then things got rough, got some pressure. And boy, you seen it, I ain't gonna lie, in slow-mo, I seen it do just like Kobe. You seen that calf go.
It's
Yeah.
sad to see. Very
man.
sad to see.
Yes, it
Very
is.
sad.
Torn Achilles, man, and that is the season for Aaron Rodgers. Um, I believe it was Gary Wilson said when he got him over, he came over to the side, and when he finally saw him again, that's what it was. When he saw him again, he said Aaron Rodgers, all he could do, man. When he looked at him, he said, "I'm sorry, kid. I'm sorry." Like 39 years old, man. We was talking about this pre-show, you know, that on this side of 35.
Mm-hmm.
35, 39 years old. I think he turned 40 this year, matter of fact.
Yeah.
Um, or before the season ends.
I don't know if he warmed those ankles up, but he should have.
I would say, yeah, give it to me, J.E. What you think, man? When you saw the play, man, what ran through your head at first?
Well, like everyone, I was hoping it was just an ankle sprain or something minor, and he would go get taped up and return to the game. Everything would be okay. However, as time went on, and then we find out he's been transported to the back, he's in a boot, this, that, and the other. Things are a little bit more serious. There are reports of this, that, and the other. My thoughts then are, well, it's over for him. I mean,
And when you
this
say
is
over, you mean like this season or
no. I think that it is over. Like, what a sad way to go out in a sense. He had fresh start, fresh team, new weapons, new coach. I was excited to see what he was going to do this season. But I think that injury is not something minor. I feel like if he even tries to rehab, he won't even be ready for next season. That's a lot of rust to knock off. And the older you are, the harder it is to knock that rust off. And I feel like this was probably his last season anyway. So those are my thoughts. But I feel bad for Aaron. I hope this isn't a karma or anything coming back to get him, but man, that's a very sad way to go out. Yes, he's going to want to come back, and maybe he will be able to come back because of his name, but I think there's a lot of competition out there now that he would have to battle with. Zach Wilson, let's face it, he's not an Aaron Rodgers, but he was making plays in camp. He didn't do that great. He didn't do that.
He won the game.
But I'm just saying. I'm not even comparing him with Aaron. I'm just saying, there's
not even in comparison to Aaron.
No. I'm just saying there are other young and up and comers that are improving,
If I may be honest with you, bro, when it comes to the Jets quarterback between Zach Wilson and Mike White, who I call White Mike, I go with White Mike every time. White Mike. he just has the better track record with the team. But I want you to jump here, Kels, because this was you last year, huh?
It was a couple years ago, matter of fact.
Couple years ago, okay.
Let me tell you what, still ain't right. Hey, still ain't. Hey, man, my wife be talking about, hey, man, you're walking funny. I'm like, am I? I don't even notice it. Like, that's how I hit. You know what I'm saying? When you get these injuries after 35, like that rehab, the time frame, and granted, Aaron Rodgers is a professional athlete. He got plenty of time, however he wants to choose. But at the end of the day, you think about Kobe after he tore his Achilles. You know what I mean? Like, it's tough. And then you think about, no disrespect, but he ain't Tom Brady neither. You know what I mean? So if you're trying to play till you 142, it's tough. And you're really looking at it like, you about to be 40 this year. It's going to be more like 42 before you really be talking about trying to play.
Yeah.
And then go 2 years without, contact and stuff like that. Like, it's tough, man. But I hate it for him. You know what I mean? Because, you had a fresh start. You know what I mean? You went through a lot of drama to get that fresh start. And in all actuality, you wanted to show out and show everybody, you know what I mean, what you could do. You was chasing the Super Bowl this year. And this was ideally all Jets fans. I hate to say it for y'all too. Like, hey, this is a complete letdown because you like, we was thinking championship or bust, Super Bowl or bust. And now, you stuck with Zach Wilson, you know what I mean, and White Mike, who we ain't really seen play that much anyway. So it's rough out here for Jets fans, man. Jets, forget New York fans in general. It's rough out here.
Headlines. It is over.
Yeah, it's a wrap. Retirement. Go ahead and.
I wonder how the Green Bay fans are reacting right now. They laughing, they sitting back like Hey, I just want to know, I don't know, I'm being petty.
Wayne, you trying to say something?
Yeah, you like muted.
My bad. No, I don't think people want to see. You don't want to see nobody go out like that, bro.
Nah.
That absolutely sucks, dog. Okay. So if I'm not mistaken, I believe I heard that they said the recovery time for this to get back to somewhat of the normal version of yourself could be 18 months at least.
Hey, time out.
What's up?
Hold that thought. Just think about that. Just hold that thought. Aaron Rodgers is 40. Now remember, KD did this just not too long ago. And KD was like what, 32, 33?
Yeah.
And he was out for a good what?
About 18 months,
Two.
bro.
Yo, I mean,
It was close to 2 seasons.
and my man's 40. Yo, them 5 extra years.
Them fans don't
Hey.
respond the same, bro. And I think the biggest thing I also heard immediately that night is he gonna want to? Like
Yeah.
at 40, do you really have the will to want to go through the rehab process? Because rehab is grueling. And like I said, it's just to get back into some type of football shape. But then to actually be conditioned to play at that level, that's something else, man. And can you really say you're gonna do that at 40? I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know. I don't want to wish ill on nobody. I hope it's not the last we've seen of Aaron Rodgers, but that doggone father time is undefeated, my boy.
Hey, better listen when he start talking.
That doggone father time is undefeated, my boy. But man, I hate that for Jet. I don't think this is karma for Aaron Rodgers. It might be a little bit, but it's always the Jets, bro. Like they always a quarterback away. You finally got you a quarterback.
Yeah, they also got a good defense.
Defense is good. Running game usually solid. You finally get you a star-studded quarterback. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I don't ever remember seeing a Jets game that packed. That
Probably
looked like
when Favre went over there.
Yeah.
this just felt different from the start. It just felt different. I was like, that crowd is waiting to explode. I was wrong. It was not the crowd. It was his Achilles. It was waiting. That was
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Anyway, man.
I caught
Best of
that.
luck to you, AA Run.
Hey,
Real quick though, who do you see as the best option? Do you think you go with White Mike? You think you stay with Zach Wilson, or you got to hit some of these free agent names out here?
man, what free agent?
Hey, it's
Yeah.
some names out there, bro. I mean, let's start with
Who?
one Thomas Edward Patrick Brady.
I mean, he's probably the most. If you talking about free
Why?
agent, one that's played most frequently, that you know could kind of come in and really pick up on things pretty quick.
Why?
Or I'd say
Brady? I'm sorry.
construct everything. But yeah, that Thomas Edward Brady, yeah, is probably the best bet. I think when you start thinking about some other free agents, I know people gonna start mentioning Cam and Colin and all of that. I think that window has closed. It's closed. And it's tough because you would have liked to seen them get that chance sooner. But now what I will say though, I don't know if they can make some trades of some sort to try to get somebody that at least a decent backup. But I mean, at this point, you got two young quarterbacks. I think you just got to roll the dice and just Chuck and say it's another year for a learning opportunity, and hopefully you have a great second year. You know what I mean? Because it happens. Every rookie quarterback needs a learning curve.
I'll give you that much. My boy, it's they're loaded top to bottom. Brees Hall is back. He running that thing. Like it was funny to see Eli say he said Brees Hall was out of condition because he didn't finish off that long run for a touchdown. But even still, for him to even get to that point, like if he's not in good shape and he was able to do, I'm scared. Brett had 109 yards on 2 carries. Wrap your head around. So yeah, you got a nice between him, Gary Wilson out there, man. They got some weapons out here, and the defense is solid. But I still say you shoot your shot. I mean, the worst thing he could do is say no. But I'm calling Tom
Oh
Brady.
yeah, of course.
I'm come on, get you one more. You
Brady's
did it
not
in New
coming
England.
back.
You did it in Tampa. New York is ready for you.
No, he's not gonna do it. Number one, he would be such a traitor too. Think about it.
I
New
mean,
York, like any other team, you know, you
that
play for the
is
Patriots,
the
bro.
AFC East.
Come on
That
now. Tom might mess around and get beheaded on that side of town. Now, come on. He mess around and play for the Jets.
oh man,
They
oh
catch
my
him
god.
good.
But it's actually some other days out there, man. I'm actually trying to. I saw a list earlier and I forgot to say the list, man. But this is gonna be one that you just really say, man. I don't think it's still early enough in the season. They got time to make. You don't have to go get anybody right now. Stay
you
with
already
what you
got
got.
one win.
Run the ball, play defense. You know, I'm a firm believer. That's why the AFC North, even though my team ain't in that division, that's my favorite division. Because why? In the AFC North, you got to be able to run the ball. You got to be able to play defense. That's just simple formula for football. And the Jets can still do that while they figure out their quarterback situation. Pushing on, man, because we got a lot more we got to get into. I may have to cut some of these down. Real quick, man. Rockets guard Kevin Porter arrested for allegedly assaulting his girlfriend in New York. When we say assault people, we're talking strangulation. From my understanding, she has been reported to have a fractured vertebrae.
Yo,
I don't know what happened. I'm not saying who did what, but I will say it's not a good look. And Kevin Porter Jr., if you did this, you need your ass whooped. You don't put your hands on a woman, my boy. You don't put your hand unless your life is in danger, especially with the career that you have. You don't put your hands on no woman, my boy.
yeah, he had a tough go, man. I mean, because he had problems since he got in the league, man. Yeah, he thought like when he got to Houston, he finally got maybe some leadership or somebody at least they took a chance on him for one for sure. But to have to be at this point with your career on the line and mind you, Kevin Porter within these last 2 years have been having some good seasons. Even though Houston hadn't really, made a whole lot of noise, they got a young group that was up and coming. So this is definitely a tough spot right now. And of course,
And they
Houston
just got
Rockets
Dylan
already
Brooks.
pivot. You said they what?
They just got Dylan Brooks.
Yeah.
He's that dude,
I
Mister.
mean, Mr. 37 drop it on our head in FIBA, but hey, he was trying to make a statement, I guess. But hey, look.
We gonna come back on that FIBA
Yeah.
talk anyway.
Yeah.
Cause yeah, we gonna come back on that. Jay, what you think, man, on the young Kevin Porter Jr., bro?
Well, my brother, at first I felt like I was going to be mostly silent and not say what I thought because a lot of people have very strong opinions about this type of situation. But then I started thinking, and me and you have had when Epping was on the show, pre-show we started, or maybe it was in our intermission, we started talking about the absent father and the effects and things that I feel a lot of young black men are faced with, not even black men, all men that have no father. Okay. If you don't have that guide, if you don't have someone in your ear, son, that's not right. This is the way you handle this situation, etc. You are going to go out into that world with all those millions of dollars and all of these groupies, and you are going to make mistakes, whether you let them get the best of you and you lose your cool, or you're driving under the influence and you have millions of dollars that can't afford a chauffeur, or whatever the case may be. So that's really all I got to say about it. If and more or less is I'm against, violence for sure. Um, but let's face it, there's a lot of women that I've been with that I've wanted to just straight up beat up, and I have to walk off, and I've had to walk off, and we've all had that.
Yeah.
So, but the vertebrae doesn't look good. So that's all I'm saying. As mad as I've ever gotten, there was never a time where somebody was like my vertebrae. So anyway,
That's a bad look,
Yes,
boy.
sir.
But I
yeah,
just again, no judgment, because we're a firm believer in that. We will do that here. No judgment. We're gonna let the facts come. The facts and the Lord sort itself out. Because I'm so sick of living in a world where everybody's guilty until proven innocent. Nah, you got to
Yeah.
till the end. It's just he said, she said. Let the proof and the facts come out. Because again, old girl who was saying she had the brick upside the head.
Yeah.
Anyway, man, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't got time for her tonight.
Mm.
Pushing on, bro. One more horror story. Michigan State has fired head coach Mel Tucker. MSU MSU is investigating allegations Tucker sexually harassed activist rape survivor Brenda Tracy. I'm gonna put that right there with that Kevin Porter situation. I don't know none of the facts. But the fact that they've already fired you, it's not a good look. That means they know something.
yeah,
They got something, because easily if there was no proof of anything and you had done anything and they fired you, that's a lawsuit. But
right,
the fact that they've already gone ahead taking that step while they still conducting the investigation, they like, look, we ain't gonna tell you what we got,
right.
but we got something. You need to go ahead and pack your shit.
I agree.
Yeah. So
That's
It's
a bad
sad,
look.
man. I mean, it's you have, unfortunately, it really sucks because there's no check and balance on everybody in a sense. Like once certain people get to a certain point or a certain position, then they can kind of do whatever they see fit until they get caught.
The sad part is the head coach of a team is considered the leader amongst men.
yeah.
It's the head
Exactly.
coach of a football team, bro, and that's not. This is who you had leading your men.
I
That's
just
scary.
want.
But at this point, are we surprised?
Hell no, not in the NCAA.
All
Yeah, we
right.
heard too many stuff, too many stories going on in NCAA, and these coaches, these male figures in these high positions that take advantage of young girls, young up and coming women, men, even, you
Mm-hmm.
know, which is it's still real mind boggling to me. It's like you've gotten to a place in this world where I would say successful in a measure of fame. You have some notoriety amongst, what I'm saying, the public, that we're just not moving, smartly. Like, I mean, you're not removing yourself from situations that even get you close to the thought process of there being something that we can bring to the table, to accuse you of. I think that part it continues to be more mind-boggling to me, because we keep seeing this over and over and over and over. And it seems like we're not learning from other people's mistakes.
That is the biggest thing ever. Learning from other people's mistakes. Like even when we mentioned Kevin Porter Jr., you play in the NBA. I can name you one name right now. You should have had the blueprint. Ja Morant.
Yeah.
You want to learn how to blow money? Watch what Ja Morant has done in the past year. Stop thinking that these people, just because you got a little money, that you above, you know, receiving punishment for your crimes.
Yeah.
No,
Everybody ain't done.
no.
You know what I mean?
You can go and your money. These folk would gladly take that money back. Owners and the league. Anyway,
Man,
man,
you can always
it's
be replaced.
Hey. Yeah.
easily. I don't know why people think that. I mean, yes, you have God given talent, but you're not the only one who got it. Come on, man. You not above. But anyway, I digress from that. Real quick. Former Cowboys wide receiver Michael Irvin has reached a settlement with Marriott in his $100 million defamation lawsuit. That's how you fire back, people.
Yep.
Somebody lie on you, so I be damned. Let's take the court. Mr. Big say, take this trial. Let's go. Let's go. You say I did what? All right, I'm suing for $100 million. Now, I did what again?
Yep.
Ain't no video evidence showing anything. The little video that they did see, it was a slight interaction, yada yada yada. He kept his hands to himself, and boom, was gone.
Yeah.
So off of accusations, which again, why I say we won't say anything on who did what until the facts come out. But NFL Network say, hey, they put him up. That was a Super Bowl weekend.
It was. Yep. It was a crucial point in time. Like, why? Where is he going?
I just be damn, boy.
Yeah.
Congratulations to him, man. Because
for real,
I think he said he's starting back this Sunday, this upcoming Sunday. But he's also back on with Undisputed over there on FS1 with Skip and Richard Sherman and who else is? There's one more. It's Skip, Richard Sherman, Michael Irvin. They got somebody else from ESPN. I can't think of the name right now. But I mean, congratulations, Michael Irvin, man. You know, when you know it, you want it, you go get it. You ain't gonna let nobody take you, tear your name down and stop you from getting your bag. Salute. Y'all thoughts on that, man?
Hey, man, I'm glad there's a silver lining in all of this news, man. Like, we've been accusing left and right, boy. But hey, I'm glad somebody came back and said, you know what? Y'all ain't gonna get me. Y'all ain't gonna get me.
So I'm glad to see somebody.
I agree with Kels. It's like you always got a hater. You always got somebody that's after you, doesn't want you to shine, etc. So, I'm sure this was just another form of hate. Somebody coming after him, and he decided to clap back, and he did, in a big way. So,
Marriott Hotel, like you got your money
in a big way. I didn't mean
that. I just want to see what that settlement looked like. Long you boy.
I want is that tax free.
I've wondered the same thing because we so glad you won your case, but let's go ahead and get a little bit off of Uncle Sam. If you don't get your ass back, right. Look, real quick, man. Congratulations.
I suffered in pain.
Congratulations to Coco Gauff and Novak Djokovic on winning he's won his 24th men's U.S. Open, and she won her first U.S. Open. I think it's the first. Well, she was 19, so that's the youngest woman since what? Serena.
Yep. Crazy. Did y'all watch it? Like
I missed it.
So
I had to catch clips.
My aunt was she didn't turn pro, but she was very close. So anyway, I kind of have a small passion for tennis. I like to watch it. And I'll tell you this, just like any sport, it gets very interesting when they get to the finals.
Man.
Okay. And I'm going to tell you this, even if you don't watch tennis, if you can ever watch the next major that they have and they get to the finals, just watch it. Okay. Because, man, these tennis players, they some dogs. Like the way, and I mean, everybody's got their technique and this and that and the other, but I'm getting off the subject. Coco. What was the girl's name? Sabalenka? Something like that?
You're not going to get me like that.
Okay. Anyway, I'll go ahead and mess it up. Sabalenka. Okay. So look. This chick, she was a grown woman, all right? You could tell when she was hitting the ball, hey, stroke, pow, it was coming, right? Coco, in a sense, was beating her by just being able to return and place the ball with her accuracy. You know, she was running Coco, pop, pop. But when Coco would return, it was like, oh, you can't get that, can you? You know, and bro, it was amazing to see because like you got this young girl against this grown woman. And like as she started, and then Coco she was losing. She lost the first set like 6-2, you know.
But then Coco beat Serena.
Man, I don't know all that now. I'm talking
I want
about
to say Coco beat Serena at one point. And if you know Serena game, it's predicated on that power serve, my boy. You talk about being able to just return a vibe. That's why a lot of people struggle against Serena. She hit harder than some men.
Yeah. Well, Coco, I'll say this. She is going to evolve into something greater because I don't feel like she's growing into a strength. You know, she's a teenager.
She's 19. You're right.
You know,
she ain't growing into nothing.
And I mean, if you look at her, she's muscular, very muscular, but like she don't have a grown woman strength yet, you know? So, man, she's already winning this young. I can't wait to see what comes.
Kales, she's a Georgia native, huh?
Yo, I don't know where she's from. I'm not gonna act like I do.
Oh, you gonna make me?
Yo, I ain't gonna act like I do. But I will say, man, I'm actually happy that she did one. I mean, I think
ATL, yes, Lord.
In tennis, it's kind of tough. We kind of been waiting on the next one that be consistent over the years, kind of like how Venus and Serena did when they came and pretty much took the tennis world by storm. And so, I'm wondering if she is going to be that one.
That's a lot of pressure, though, bro.
It is a lot of pressure. But like to be great, it means that you can handle it as well. Man, God don't put nothing on us that we can't handle. So I don't know. I feel like, hey, she's prime. I'll say this: she's primed to be able to make a run. I'm not sure if anybody's gonna ever do what Serena has done, but my mother always said, "Yo, there's always somebody better than you, yo."
Always.
So, you think you bad? It's always somebody better than you.
I think that's why people don't like Kobe, because we never thought we'd see anything like Jordan, and then Kobe showed up, and we said, I always say I think people were mad at because the slogan back in the day was what? Be like Mike.
Yep.
And I think people were mad at Kobe because he was the closest thing we ever saw. So they started hating, like, hold on, man, you kind of do it. Like I've been out here practicing for like 6 years now. I still can't get this fadeaway right. Kobe money, man.
But no, I'm excited, man, to see what her future's gonna be like, though.
Congrats.
She's from the right place, that's for sure.
And speaking of Kobe, congrats to Coco, but also, like I said, Djokovic, the Joker. He won his 24th title. We call that the Mamba title. And sure enough, after he won, he threw on his shirt. He repped 8 and 2-4, man, with a picture of him and Kobe. It was dope. But nah, congratulations to both those amazing talents. But we weren't going to say congratulations on this one and move on, because they handing out NBA money in the NFL, dog. They handing out NBA money in the NFL. Joe Burrow got locked up by the Bengals. 5 years, $275 million. 219 guaranteed.
Guaranteed, yeah.
I ain't even really got to go into all that, bro. That's just that's NBA money in the NFL.
The guarantee is, hey, it's coming. It's coming.
What you think?
I just need somebody to explain to me why the running back seems to be of no value anymore. Because
yeah,
from what I saw on Sunday, it looks like you need those brothers. It looks like those brothers, you know, some guys that you want to have on the team, you know, that you might want to pay a little extra money. You know, I mean, there were several runs and catches and maneuvers and shifts and leaps into the end zone by the running back. You know, I mean, I don't understand why they can only get 4 and you can hand a quarterback, you know.
That's facts. Yeah.
I know they say that's one of the toughest positions on the field to play because of everything you have to keep up with. But at the same time, bro, I'm with you, Jay. And we'll put a pin in that and come back to it. I hate how they have devalued the running back position. It's absolutely trash what they have done to these backs, man. And we saw this coming. You can go all the way back to Le'Veon Bell.
That was the start of it, probably.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest with you.
I don't understand.
Trash. But they run him into the ground. Who else was it? DeMarco Murray. Cowboys booted him. He never really got back right after that, though. But
they're only good for 2 contracts. That's how the NFL value him right now.
But that's just about every player, to be honest with you, other than a quarterback.
You have to go out and ball the first 3 years. Once you do that, you can start talking noise, and you better get that contract. Because if you don't,
might be it. Yeah.
But the crazy part is, if you not just a running back, but the average playing career, the shelf life of a NFL player is less than 4 years. So I'm like, why are you just putting it just strictly on the running back? I don't get that.
That's the average. I'm talking about good players. Let's face it, good players last more than 4 years. You know
they do, but it's like for some reason
that deserve this money last more than 4 years.
Like, let's look at what they did in New York. They paid Daniel Jones. He threw 15 touchdowns last season. How the hell you pay a quarterback to stay who don't even throw 20?
And you ain't paid Saquon.
But right. But the man who carried the offense, we don't know about that, Saquon. We can't just kind of cough. What you mean you can't? Y'all did it for Daniel, and he ain't even good, which we saw.
Threw your 4 picks in it in the first game.
Which we saw. Anyway, man, we'll put a pin in that, man. We'll come back to that, man. We got to get into it. I know DT not with us tonight, man, but it's cool. I ain't even finna really get into all that baseball talk. I just got one thing to say real quick. I really do. Your 2023 NL East champs. ATL, ho. Great. One NL East. Done. We knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
We ready for the real smooth now. Let's get these playoffs rolling. Ain't gonna lie to you. September, October, from the best times in the sports year. And I'm just excited about this part. It's the greatest part of baseball right here. MLB playoffs is coming along. In the playoffs, the kills. I'm finna come holler at you real quick. Let's do that real quick.
So check it. WNBA playoffs is kicking off as we speak. All right. Right now we got the Aces playing Chicago Sky. And by the way, before I continue, last week I told you, I said, yeah, you know, ATL pretty much got this 6 seed locked up. Well, let me tell you this. That was a lie. Cause they came through and snatched the 5th seed. And they're gonna be playing the Dallas Wings. All right. So that's a series to watch. And by the way, for all my ATLNs as well as, you know, my people out there in Dallas and D-Town, you know, trying to get their boogie on. Look, tickets. They not that high. Go and get your ass a seat, man. Take the fam out, take the daughter, the son, the wifey, the side piece, whatever you got going on. Get them out to the game, man. Go support these women. It's going to be a good playoffs, all right? So, want y'all to go and check that out. But I'm going to go ahead and give y'all these. It's the first series is the best game of 3. So, in our actuality, for those that are not going to have that home seat, hey, y'all got at least one good game that y'all can catch at home when they come back to your crib. All right. So at least get the ticket at the first game. All right. You trying to buy the second game, you just better hope they ain't playing the Aces. I'm gonna tell you right now, Chicago ain't got but one game in them. All right. It matter of fact, yeah, it ain't gonna make it. Yeah, it ain't gonna happen. But I'll go ahead and give y'all this season. So the Aces again, they're playing the number 8 seed Chicago. Of course, your New York Liberty is the number 2 seed, and they're playing the Washington Mystic. All right. And I would say we're gonna break this down, but let's just be frank. As I told y'all the top 3 teams pretty much it's pretty much a wrap. The Aces, New York Liberty, and then you got a Connecticut Sun. They don't really get entrance like the second round. But the Connecticut Sun, they're playing the Minnesota Lynx, and of course, as I said, ATL is playing, the Dallas Wings. All right, so where it gets interesting is really, I hate to say it, it don't really matter who come out of that 4 or 5. Hey, you playing the Aces are stacked. They've been the best team in basketball all season. All right. Like right now, they might could beat our USA men, to be honest, the way they've been playing. But scratch that. We'll get to that in a minute. But the Aces, they're the best team in basketball. Like, I mean, as much as any game, yes, you have an opportunity to win. Those probability, that probability percentage, it's kind of low, for the Dallas Wings or the Atlanta Dream, just because I mean, who on the Aces? Who on the Aces, Wayne?
Hey Asia.
Yeah.
Hey Asia. Hey Asia.
Kelsey Plum on that thing doing her thing too. They just got some hitters. They got some hitters. The female version point guard. You know what I mean? It's the Aces is gonna be a tough out. Period. I don't care where you at. All right, but then that second round playoff with New York Liberty and Connecticut Sun, and we know both of those teams are stacked. Hey, it's gonna be more of a dogfight. That one might be more up for grabs than we expect, but we're checking in on that later. We're gonna let y'all just go ahead and enjoy this first series, man. Get your tickets. All right, wherever you at. And go see it in person, man. It's an exciting game, man. It's gonna be a good one. Right now, the Aces, like I told y'all, it's really not going. They dog in the sky right now. It's 41-24. All right, and we in the second quarter, 41-24. Y'all see how that's going. All right. But yeah, that's enough with the WNBA. We're gonna check back in with y'all next week. But as I mentioned, man, I had to throw a little shade on there for the USA men because they ain't placing FIBA, man. They didn't place in FIBA.
Please turn this shit off. We don't keep watching this shit.
As much as I thought they had a really good opportunity. Man, let me tell you, Ant-Man has been playing out of his mind. I think he's probably showing more of a clutch gene than what we are accustomed to see. They do got some bright spots, and this team looked like they would have been good enough to actually win FIBA, but they lost to Germany. All right. Not only did they lose to Germany, they turned around and lost to Canada, to play for the bronze. So, I guess the silver lining in this is if you lost to the champs, make you feel a little bit better. But hey, as I said, Shea Gilgeous is a dog. All right. So Team Canada is on the rise with this young group. This young group is on the rise, so y'all better watch out for them. But as I mentioned, Germany pulls out the FIBA championship. With Dennis Schroeder, that former LA Laker. He gets the MVP. And they get the victory over Serbia. So, congrats. But hey, reinforcements is on the way. Reinforcements on the way because Bron called everybody. Say, look, I'm putting together the Miami Heat team that we got to go in 2 out of 4 championship. But yeah, he didn't call the boy Steph. He didn't call Steph, KD, AD, Tatum, D Book, and to be honest with you, I don't even know who else gonna be on the roster after that because I don't think no more needs to really be mentioned. You can fill it with whoever else. You know what I mean? That was on this year's team. You know, and they gonna be
Bruh.
good.
What's about to happen? It's gonna sound like a Lil Wayne mixtape. Like that's what it is. You know
Might
what's
want
gonna
to
happen.
blow towards you, right?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
No
it's about to go
ceiling.
down. You heard the lighter. It's about to go down.
But yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. That's just gonna show my age probably. But I was like, we lost?
yeah,
We
it
lost?
it was
This
crazy.
motherfucker called the Thundercats.
Like, it's.
Thunder. Ho!
I think it was the fact that we just didn't even place at all was kind of. That was even crazy. Like I was like, all right, so we lost to Russia. I'm thinking in my head, hey, we're gonna at least get a bronze out of it. We're gonna get a bronze.
No.
Nah, yeah. It was we was close. We was close.
If I'm not mistaken, okay, so historically we don't care about FIBA apparently.
Not during them off years.
So since the Dream Team, they've had 8 Olympics and 8 FIBA tournaments. And in the 8 Olympics since the 92 Dream Team, we've won gold 7 out of 8 times. The FIBA Olympics, 3. You just be like, you want to shoot ball? You want to shoot ball? Let's go shoot ball. That's how they shoot. It don't be no trials or nothing. They just,
Yeah.
You want to shoot ball?
yeah.
It's pride for those other countries because of the USA being so dominant all these years, in my opinion. I mean, you got what was it, Luca playing and like all these other stars, playing. So
Luka kept getting kicked out.
Yeah.
But hey, it's a number of things to know. I mean, because we talking about 2024. I mean, all those guys are a little older. Hey, we just see
let's stop doing
go
it.
down.
Let's stop doing it. First of all, you can take these 2 Lakers out. I don't like that they out here like, okay, we got Bron coming, we got AD coming. Stop that shit. All right, stop it. Bron is turning 39 years old this year. You really want me? He already has a player exception with this new what's it called, the rule? What's the thing?
Oh, well, now they got the new rule. You can't sit 2 stars now.
Right. But he can be. He's the exception because the rule is you have to at least be 35 and older and have so many points and all this other shit going on. He qualifies.
Oh,
so you qualified for that. You really think after the season I want you to take your ass over there? Sit down, Bron.
He now in the Masters division.
He's a senior.
He on the senior tour.
You really think I want you, bro? You gonna turn 40 that year?
Hey, you can still play.
Yeah. Go ahead and get you 16 minutes.
Yeah.
4 minutes. 8 minutes. Like, no, we're not gonna do this though. But AD.
Yeah.
AD. Okay, 2 things I'm gonna say real quick.
Dude, he is well rested.
He's well rested, but the boy still he's oft injured, okay? But I'll say this, as much as they ride Anthony Davis, I think people are not hard enough on Kevin Durant. Because Kevin Durant gonna jump, Anthony Davis can't jump out there. He stay hurt. Well, what the hell does Kevin Durant do? Because Kevin Durant been banged up quite a bit, bro.
Yeah, he's been milking it a lot lately.
He's been banged up quite a bit, bro.
But
he missed just as much as AD.
He been on the milk truck.
Why?
He missed just as much as AD. Now, in where
like Kawhi's actually hurt.
I don't know. I think this is me personally.
Man, they might all be hurt for real.
I 100% believe Kawhi is done. He just ain't saying, he doing his quiet thing. But that knee bone on bone.
Oh no, that was
he D Wade and Kobe with it, right? He bone on bone in that jump. And I just don't know how much longer he can go. I know he's gonna give it his all because he's trying to get as much money as he can. but I don't see Kawhi putting. They were saying, well, Paul George. Stephen A. was funny when he said, difference between Paul George and Anthony Davis is we see when Paul George get hurt. We saw it. Oh, I don't think that ankle's supposed to go that way. I don't think that knee was supposed to bend like that. What the hell happened to Anthony Davis?
Yeah.
He fell wrong.
I don't know, man. Anyway, bro, reinforcements coming, you say, though, huh?
Yeah, they coming. We're going to see how they work out, though. We're going to see how it work out because, hey, when you think about it, nah, you're right. It's going to be too easy. Like, what?
All we
what
need
they
is
say,
big. That's the main thing we didn't have size.
Too easy.
Go get us some size. You bring in some size, we'll be all right. We'll be all right.
Good.
We're going to take a quick break because when we come back, we're going to get into some shit, like for real. Quick break, about a minute. Y'all stay with us, man. This is the Underground Sports Kings here on BWNC Radio. Like I said, go take a quick pee, but come back. Come back. We are back here on the Underground Sports Kings again, land of the trio where sports and culture collide. It's Woe, it's J.E., the Don John himself, and it is Kales. Now, J.E., you ready, bro?
Let's run it, baby.
Let's do it, bro. Let's get in the corner, man. It's time to get in the corner and chat it up, man.
Yes, baby. The first edition of In the Corner with yours truly, the Don John Island. So this week, he shook up the world. He shook up the world. And I'm talking about Sean Strickland versus Israel Adesanya. Well, everyone thought Izzy was going to go and pretty much walk the dog on Sean. But one thing I did notice about Sean was that he used a Philly shell. And one thing I noticed about Sean was that he sparred a lot of rounds. And me being a fighter, I thought, that seems like a pretty clever plan, a pretty clever training camp to put together to face Izzy Adesanya, who likes to move around, likes to use his distance to set you up and let you run into a punch and then hit you with a hard hook and then take advantage. Well, what happened? He walked Izzy down the entire fight, and Izzy got tired. And as Izzy got tired, he began to get dismantled. And by dismantle, I mean,
I want everybody back. There's gonna be ball juice everywhere. Everybody get back.
The way you're killing me with these clips. But yes. He literally had Izzy by the balls. It was kind of impressive to see. And one thing that fighters always say is that styles make fights. And there's so many fighters and so many styles that, in my opinion, that's why champs don't stay champs for very long. But in this case, my hat goes off to Sean. I'll say that he did use a Mayweather tactic, which is to walk your opponent down, make them tired, and then take advantage in the latter rounds. And his plan worked to the T. There was nothing that Izzy could do, in my opinion. Izzy never hurt him. Of course, we know that Izzy is not a ground guy. He didn't really want to go to the ground to salvage the fight. It was either knock him out or that was it. So I'm not going to say that I definitely thought Sean was going to win, but I did place a small wager because the odds were so bad. He was I believe a 480 dog, and just $10 will win you 60. So just imagine if you bet 50, and anybody else that was a Sean Strickland fan, they definitely got paid. Well, on the other news, this weekend, because UFC seems to have a schedule of fights every weekend, whether it's a fight night, a pay-per-view, or whatever the case may be. You may be waking up at 8 o'clock to watch a fight in Portugal or Singapore, or you may be waking up, and watching something at 1 p.m. in Australia. So anyway, this weekend we have Valentina the Bullet Shevchenko versus Alexa Grasso. Now I'll just say this: everybody know Valentina can fight, but she lost the last time. So we'll see if she gets some get back this time. And let's face it, everybody really is watching this UFC fight to see Kevin Holland talk his noise the whole time to Jack Delta Madalena. Now, I don't know what Madalena has to bring to the table, but I do know that Kevin Holland is a banger. He's a shit talker, and he's going to put forth a lot of effort, and it's going to be an entertaining fight. Now, I'll jump off of MMA and go into boxing. We've got the latest news that I don't know if Mr. Frank Markin was ducking Olympic winner Shakur Stevenson, but the fight is off. So we don't know who his opponent will be. We know Frank Martin is out of the picture, but Shakur seems to be ready to fight anybody, anywhere, at any time. He wants a belt. He wants to fight. He wants his name in lights, period. And I say just some other fights to be aware of is Saturday, September 30th. We got Canelo versus Charlo. Now, this is Jermell Charlo, that is. Should I get into that one, Dwayne, or should I say that one?
Fuck it, let's go.
Hey,
I was waiting on this one.
I want to see this fight so bad.
This is all I'm saying right here. You got the 168 undisputed champ, the undisputed, okay? He got the WBO, the IBF, the WBA, the WBC, okay, at 168. That is in Canelo Alvarez. And then we got our man Jermell, not Jamal, because you will get him confused, but Jermell, Mel. And he has the WBO, the IBF, the WBA, and the WBC at the 154-pound weight class. Now, we do know that when Mayweather fought Canelo, it was a catch weight, around 150-ish. We know that Mayweather had to gain weight to fight Canelo, and Canelo had to lose a little bit to get down there. I do not know what this weight class or what the weight is going to be for this, and man, I'm going to have to go and look that up. But I will say, if I have to pick someone that has a slight advantage, I'm going to go with the ginger out of Mexico. Yeah, and the reason I'm going with Canelo is not IQ, not skill, but tenacity alone. I feel as if the Charlo brothers, they stick and move way too much. They don't want to put their feet in the ground and just bang and bite that mouthpiece and go at it. So I think that he'll end up walking Jermell down and potentially making them look bad. That's my take.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm kind of with you there. I don't want to go against Charlo, but Canelo is hard to really go against, bro.
He is. And
This
he a
is the deal.
puncher.
I didn't want Izzy to lose neither.
I was quiet. I was being calm and trying to respect your time. But Izzy got his ass whipped. Hey man,
Yo.
he got what's your boy Robert Harris? You say back then, beat you like a broken record. Whoop you when I wanna.
Yo.
He was beating that man. Bro, Izzy was trying to get a jab in, trying to create some kind of space. And Buddy was just like he was just boxing. He was beating his ass round the ring.
Yeah.
I don't even want to get on the ground with you. I ain't really even worried about this leg work. Like, bro, you finna catch these hands. Oh.
Now, the only thing
That was his first knockdown, huh? Izzy? I think that was Izzy's first knockdown.
Nah, because Pierre got him.
That motherfucker went down though, B. Oh, it was bad. I'm not bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, that was just a square, shot to the jaw. I mean, he was on his back foot the entire fight. Like he never
that part.
He never decided to say, damn it, you're not gonna make me run.
That
I'm not
part.
running.
Bro, you're right. He walked his ass down the entire fight. And I'm sitting here like, it's late, so I'm already trying not to be too loud. The girls is knocked out, sleep, whatever. So I'm like, damn, that motherfucker's sticking his ass. It got damn it. Ooh. It's just well, I done woke somebody up. It is what it is, but
yeah. It's a rough outing.
Yeah, man.
I wanted to ask you something, Jay. Somebody reactivated their rematch clause. What's your thoughts on the rematch between Bud and Errol Spence?
Only under these conditions. Okay. And this is all speculation, right? Had a very, very bad weight cut. Okay. Now, I will say, if you have a bad weight cut and you're drawn out and you try to go in there and fight, you do look bad. But in my opinion, Bud is just a more skillful fighter than Errol. And I really think that it's okay to activate the clause, but maybe you should get you a couple of fights in between before you decide to do Bud again right away. That's all I'm saying. Before you just decide to go, I mean, I understand you want that get back. I get it. He made you look bad on TV, all of that. He was in real good shape. I didn't realize he was as big as he was, like I was like, man, I didn't realize he had that size on Bud like that. But I've been watching Bud fight for a while, and I mean, this guy he'll fight you orthodox, he'll fight you southpaw, whatever starts working, he figures you out. He's some, like I told you guys, the best fighter is the fighter that can stay the calmest and keep his composure and use his brain.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, all right. He did that time. Let me if at him and see if I can draw that out. And Bud, I mean, he's a thinking man, period.
But that boy is skilled at this world.
Yeah.
He's skilled at this world. The fact that he's ambidextrous, he can go left or right. He's patient. He's never gonna overwork himself trying to find his. No, he's not. I'm gonna sit right here and we're gonna work this thing out because I know what I want anyway, and you're gonna give it to me. And but I know I see Izzy got his ass whooped.
I was trying to put it lightly. No, I didn't want to say he was, he was forced to thrash him.
Hey, imagine after the fight, they get in the car. It's Earl and his manager and his coach, and they just sitting in the car. And Earl looks over at his coach, and he goes, "Hey, I think I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna run it back. I think I'm gonna fight it again." I know the coach is over just looking at him.
No, no, mm-mm, mm-mm, no, 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 hell no, 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 I refuse, no, no.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Like Errol Spence got hit and beat all across the ring.
You know,
Now
you can't even
people
think about a
watch.
rematch.
I ain't never seen that
It was
man be
kinda
like
like-
that, bro.
It was like a Wilder Fury fight, you know, like we all was like, oh no, like ready for this. And then Fury started beating Wilder. We were like, hold up, wait a minute. Then we saw Wilder, you know, just start just getting demolished. And we was damn, you know, like.
But you know the difference. Wild Fury is actually a boxer. He
Yeah.
can box.
Wilder ain't
Wilder
got no
is a slugger, man. He ain't got no composure whatsoever, man. He is not tactical about shit. Errol Spence can box. He just got his ass outboxed. He got them hands put on him.
Yeah,
He
I mean,
put the paws on him.
technique, you know, Errol tried to body him, you know, he tried to use his size and bully him, and all he did was just he kept walking in the punches, you know, and the more he tried to hit him, the more he overcommit and left himself open, you know, and
He walked in the punches.
Yeah.
Here, come get this.
he did literally. I mean, it was literally he was setting him up like, okay, and the more aggressive he got, the more it just, you know, the worse it got for him. Go back and watch.
Oh, look,
you
I
dare.
can't watch it. It's a comedy to me. I can't
If you
watch
dare.
it.
Hey, but look, that's all I'm saying, man. Spence, look, Spence, my boy, bro. He a dog. Okay, that's a real fighter. Okay, that's all I'm saying. It take a lot of heart to get your ass beat like that. Keep getting up. Be like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Fuck that. Let me go. You know, like, hey, that's a dog, bro.
I was like
Yeah.
your boy Rocky.
You gotta give him that. I want him on my team. Like, we go to war, he gotta be on my team because hey, he gonna be. I can't you, just crawling on the ground, you know.
Hey, I give him all the props in the world. He got, hey, what you want to say, man? You got heart. You got heart.
For real.
You got heart, little homie. But he whooped his
Yeah, a lot
ass.
of
All round that ring, man. In the corner with J.E., man. Appreciate that insight, man. We're gonna get more into that as the September 30th mark comes gets
absolutely.
closer, man. Cause we need a deep dive into that thing, man. So we're kind of waiting till the week for that one, or the week of for that one. But appreciate that insight, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's good to hear things from the perspective of a fighter, man. You know, we some boxing fans, but to hear from an actual fighter, I've been humbled. Appreciate that. Anyway, man, in the corner with J.E. Y'all catch that every week here on Underground Sports Kings. Now, let's go ahead and get to the shit. It's time to present these crowns, fellas. Crowns. Now, if you new to what we do, when you show up, show out. When your name, number, your team is called, whether you're a player, coach, or the entire team is it may say. We love to recognize those who handle business in the form of presenting our crowns to the kings and queens of the sports world. Kales, jump out here, man. Give me a crown this week. Who you got?
So y'all know, man, last week, man, I said, yo, the game of the week, it's going to be that Miami and that Texas A&M game. Now, you know, I ain't going to lie. I couldn't call who was really going to win it.
I did.
It was going, yeah, I know that was your upset.
I did.
But, yo, Tyler Van Dyke in a game, right? Because Miami wasn't ranked when they went in this. They wasn't ranked at all. He went in this thing and threw for 374 yards and 5 TDs. You know, it's tough to do with the bright lights, man. It's tough to do with the bright lights, especially when you're going against a ranked team, a team that's got expectations. They got a coach that left a school that seems to be doing better now without him, this year so far. But yeah, no, I got to give it to Tyler, man. He deserves his crown on this one, man, because, I mean, he came out, he performed. He lifted his team up over Texas A&M, man, in the clutch game. So I got to give it to him. So Miami's 3-0 now, starting the season, and they starting to climb their way up. And the question begins is, hey, is ACC football back? We're going to have to see. But, hey, it's looking like it's
Dabo
coming
messed that up
back.
last week.
No. Squad. No, there's a tier. Dabo and them gone. But when you talking about Duke and you see the teams, Duke is obviously not a team that you probably think of. When you're talking about football, that's a basketball school. But Duke has been doing pretty good these last few years. Florida State looking like they might be back.
Say it louder.
They might be back. We're gonna have to wait.
Here come them Seminoles.
It's early, but so we gonna see what happens. But Miami look like they're trying to show some noise too. So hey, but I got to give it to Tyler, man. He deserves his crown this week.
I respect that right there. I don't give a damn about no Hurricanes, none of that. Like I said, here come them Seminoles, but we give credit what credit is due. Around here, we ain't gonna let our fandom get in the way. Hey man, when you show up and you show up, bro, we give credit when credit is due. So shout out to you guy, man. JE, you got a crown for this week.
So my crown actually goes to this guy here. Is actually a running back. I haven't seen anybody with as swift as a feet as he has, and the ability to run through the tackles and make a move on a dime. And I was thoroughly impressed by this young rookie on his first NFL game, and that's Dejon Robinson. If you see this guy, I mean, I was amazed by his stop and go ability, and in my opinion, that is some Dion like type ability, and I can't wait to see what this young guy does the rest of the season.
Hopefully, lift ATL up.
I was honestly shocked. I mean, I saw him play a little bit in the season during the season, and I know he didn't have the stats, but I'm someone like I look and I'm like, this guy is athletic, okay, and he is someone that I feel is a super athlete, and I feel like this is his year. I think that everybody's gonna want him on their fantasy team next year. That's all I'm saying.
I ain't mad at that, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you two of them this week. I have one guy. I believe DT called this one, but Quinn Ewers, 349 in the air,
Yeah.
3 tubs against the number 3 ranked at the time, Alabama Crimson Tide. Rotai. That's what they always say.
Yeah.
The father, the son, and the only Rotai. That's how they get down right here. But them Texas Longhorns came in, showed that Quinn Ewers showed the maturation process. He showed what it looked like, what was poised, what slung that thing. 349, 3 tubs. But on the other side, the flip side of that, there was a game that went down in Boulder, Colorado.
Yeah, the breath.
Shadur Sanders, boy.
The breath.
Shadur Sanders is made 393 yards, 3 touchdowns. Shadur Sanders is the truth, but he been the truth. and we're gonna talk about it on the flip side. Because uh, after we get these crowns out, man, round here, bro, we don't let nothing slide. Same way we get on the refs about them flags that they throw. God damn it, we got some flags we want to throw too. Flag on the play. May I, fellas?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So my flag on the play is simply this. I open up social media. News leaks out. Mel Kiper Jr. has moved Colorado's Shadur Sanders to his number 3 quarterback in the 2024 NFL draft. Quote, Shadur Sanders to me right now is a guaranteed high first round pick.
Okay.
Kiper also said Shadur would be guaranteed number 1 pick in the 2025 draft if he chose to stay with the Buffaloes for a second season. If he stays at Colorado, we'll be talking about him next summer like we're talking about Caleb Williams right now. Number 1 pick guaranteed. He's got a decision to make. Again, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna quote Shadur Sanders. Shadur, how do you feel about this game? This is probably my best game, and I played in the SWAC last year. How is it that he comes up to the Power 5 conferences and he's playing better? He wasn't a bad quarterback back then. He was a damn good quarterback at Jackson State. You ain't have him on your radar then. Tell me you be bullshitting the sport of college football without telling me you be bullshitting the sport of college football. Because ain't nowhere in the world this boy done jumped up just like that. Just because he played for Colorado now? He was that dude last season. He's that dude this season. You just started watching. And for Mel Kiper to have the profession that he does and the resume that he does and the quote unquote respect in the world of college football that he does, ain't no way in hell, boy. Tell me you don't watch SWAC football, but come on, bro. Mel Kiper, flag on the goddamn play. Get in here, Kills.
So check it. I'm gonna go somewhere completely different, right? Because right now there is a woman, a musical artist, a songstress / lyricist / rapper that goes by the name of Tink. All right. Now, this artist I absolutely admire because she's made some great music over the years. And even more recently, since she's hooked up with producer Hitmaker, the music has been jamming. Yo, I'm like, I'm vibing. However, you know what you can't do, right? You know you can't shit where you eat, right? You can't play at the workplace, right? You know what I mean? And so
that's what they say.
You know, right now you find yourself in a predicament because when they go south and you work with somebody, you gotta kind of like separate yourself. And of course, she went Chicago style on, you know what I'm saying? And not only that, you messing with your music, you messing with your career. You can't put all that on the line, man, when trying to So all that to say, it's a flag on the play. Cause right now I'm just thinking about whether or not I'm gonna be able to hear some of her music going forward.
No way.
He asking for $2 million to work with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Cause y'all got a deal. And
Ain't no way.
y'all made this deal, I'm pretty sure probably in between the sheets. you know,
I'll go a little step further on that for you, bro. Because she jumped out on social media, and the word usage that she had was insinuating that she had to defend herself against him.
yeah,
Made it seem as if he put his hands on her.
Mm,
And social media came for him, maker, bro.
mm.
yeah,
Man had to do something he don't normally do. Let's get in front of a camera and explain himself. And folks called him a liar, said, I can see he lying through his teeth. Yada, yada, yada. And then she turned around and got on camera and confirmed everything he said. He
yeah,
never put his hands on me. I'll just, yeah, I did get physical with him. Well, goddamn, Sean, what you doing?
yeah,
Why you go make a fuss on the internet about all this shit?
yeah.
You
Tough, man.
jeopardizing your career, you jeopardizing his freedom. Cause once you talk like that, that stain sits on the
Yeah,
man. Even when he innocent, that stain, he is stained from that shit, bro. You can't do that shit, man. But I feel you on that one. And again, why can we do this? Because this is the land of the trio where sports and culture collide. So
yeah,
yeah, I feel you on that one. J.E.
Man, I'm still upset about this NFL, and them not paying people, So my flag goes, to the NFL because I'm gonna throw this flag. Like I said, we saw all these running backs out here, and we know a lot of running backs made a lot of great plays. McCaffrey, um, Jones, I can name more.
Yep.
What I did see stinking the pot up was a whole bunch of highly paid quarterbacks.
Newly
yeah.
paid
That's
Okay,
quarterbacks.
let me get in my Stephen A voice and stuff. All right, Joe Burrow. Okay, Lamar Jackson. Okay, I mean, what was going on? Patrick, y'all didn't win.
Hey, don't forget Josh. Them picks he
Oh
threw.
Lord.
Woo.
I mean,
Yeah,
it was horrendous. Like, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. This season seems off, and I don't know if it's because they gave the players too much time off. They don't want to play in the preseason and this and that and the other. But for you to be paid that much, you should participate in everything. You're not
Yeah.
that valuable. I mean, we already can't touch you in the game. There's
yeah,
17 rules about looking at the quarterback the wrong way, or you might get a flag. So pay my running backs. They're just as valuable. They put in just as much work. They go through just as much suffering, pain, if not more. They deserve it more, almost.
Hey man,
you know,
I owe somebody something. Let me do this, bro. I owe another crown and a flag on the plate. I owe a crown to Jordan Love.
I told you they were gonna win too, didn't I?
But
Yeah.
it's the way that they did. They beat the shit out the Bears.
They did.
And he did it with 3 touchdowns. 245 in the air and 3 touchdowns. And that's a hell of a debut. Or I ain't gonna say it did. Well, season debut for somebody who a lot of people said wasn't gonna be shit. Here's the thing, flag on the play on myself because I was one of those people who said Jordan Love wasn't gonna be shit. And yeah, I was wrong. I was dead ass wrong. And I will own that in front of the world, bro. I was dead ass wrong. Because 245 and 3 tubs against the Bears.
All I'm gonna say
Respect.
is somebody knew something to have to get rid of Aaron Rodgers. Think about it.
I mean, I
Yeah.
feel you on that. And here's the thing, he did that on the road too, bro.
Yeah.
He did that on the road, bro. That's composure right there. That's leadership. And hats off to him, man. Now, we got that part out the way, bro. This part of the show. Let's go ahead and do this, man. Top 25 rankings. We got some shakeups here. We got some shakeups because it was some things went down in the world of college football. And goddamn it, It's some angry people out there. Let's go ahead and run through it real quick. 25, Iowa. They were previously unranked. UCLA is at 24. Wazoo, Washington State is at 23. Miami has jumped in the mix. 22, Duke stays still, number 21. North Carolina, UNC Tar Heels fell 3 spots to the number 20 spot. 19 is OU. Boomers Sooners down 1 spot. Colorado, Dion got the boy to moved up a little bit more to the 18 spot, up 4 spots. Ole Miss to moved up 3 spots to the 17. Oregon State 16, Kansas State 15, LSU 14, Oregon 13, Utah 12. Tennessee fell 2 spots to the number 11, and here we go. Top 10. God damn it, top 10. Alabama fell 7 spots
10?
at 10.
Ooh.
Notre Dame up 1 spot to the 9 spot. Washington sits still at 8. Penn State sits still at 7. Ohio State, the Ohio State University, drops 1 spot to the number 6. And here we go. Top 5. PHYVE. Yeah, let's go. USC, number 5, up 1 spot. Up 7 spots. Texas Longhorns. Up 1 spot at the number 3, Florida State Seminoles, and number 2 and number 1 did not move. Go Blue, Michigan, and Georgia with them dogs. Georgia at the number 1 spot. I heard the questions there. What we think about Alabama?
Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna tell you what. It's kind of surprising that the voters will move them that far back. You know, because we've notably known Alabama to be like the NCAA's like prized possession. You know, they take an L, they may move 1 slot. You know, previously, like
this was a beatdown.
It was. You know, I guess it didn't help. It was Texas, but
it was Texas. But my thing was, I'm not used to seeing Alabama get handled like that.
No.
Quarterback couldn't really find. He was getting pressured. Texas was they couldn't get to Ewers like usually that's the strength of Alabama is the defensive line. They could not apply that pressure to Ewers like that, and I don't know. Could be the pause, could be the maturation. Again, he showed that maturation process. But, man, I just didn't see your typical Tide team.
Well, you know what it is, right?
What you think?
You know what it is? It's Prime coming over there to Colorado, taking up all them other top recruits. You know him and Nick doing commercials together, and Prime like, hey, I won't have. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to get real estate.
You know,
I ain't renting. I want the real estate.
Yeah,
real.
What you thought was JU on Alabama sitting at that 10 spot?
man, I just want to see what they about to do against South Florida. You know, I mean, hey, you went and got lit up. You got lit up last week, so I just want to see, hey, can you make it out of the swamp down there? I was a little concerned.
Well, now that you just said that, I guess it's time to go ahead and get these picks in, man. Picks and upsets, week 3 of the top 25. I need a game of the week. I need an upset of the week. J.E., kick it off for us, my brother.
Well,
give me your game of the week first. We'll rotate on the game of the week.
Well, my game of the week, I'm going to keep it to the SEC. And I got it on the number 14 LSU Tigers going to the Mississippi State. Ringing some bells. Okay, you going over there into the cowbell land. I want to see if they going to be able to make it out of the cow land, or if they going to be done mess around and stepped in a cow patty. You know? That's what I'm curious, because Mississippi State is not a team I feel they need to look over, especially with some of the issues they've had this year. So I'm looking that's probably going to be my game of the week there. And I guess the upset.
Hold on. We'll come back for the upset.
Okay, all right, all right.
Kales, give me your game of the week.
So, I'm going to lock in with this SEC as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm about to go to Gainesville on them. You know what I mean?
knew it.
Because Tennessee is coming to Gainesville. It's the battle of the orange teams. Orange out. Tennessee is ranked, man, number 11 right now. And, they looking pretty good. But, I know Florida had a rough outing in week 1. You know, they got themselves together a little bit in week 2. And I'm saying this right here is going to be a game to kind of watch out for. I think it's going to be a close one. So yeah, this is my game of the week, man. This week.
If I had to do that, bro, I sat back and I looked at this schedule. I said, okay, things are starting to fall into the whole, BS schedule. Cool. But I'm gonna look at this. I'm gonna look at this. Number 8, Washington, traveling to the East Coast. They gonna face East Lansing, Michigan. They going to Michigan State with a newly appointed coach here in place. Um, I ain't saying that they gonna lose, but it's gonna be more of a battle than I think people. Because right now, again, when you have a black eye on your program like that, man, your players have something new to fight for. They got to fight for respect. You feel me? Like, because now people associate the coach's BS with the team. And so now this is where players have to, rally up and say, hey, man, we ain't got nothing to do with no foolishness like that. It's kind of like that Joe Pa moment with Penn State. So I just want to see what happens now. You got the number 8 team in the nation coming cross country to you. Let's see what kind of action goes down. Now, as far as the upset of the week, give me what you got, J.E.
Well, we already talked about it. Like I told you, I'm a little concerned for Alabama. Going down there to the swamp. Period. And the deal is that I feel as if the pressure is on so immensely that if South Florida can mess around and make it to halftime, we may potentially start seeing the downfall of some of the SEC teams. That's all I'm saying. I feel like this year is going to be some. I'm gonna throw that bait out there.
I'm not gonna take that bait.
Hey,
but I'm interested in why you put that out there though. So I'm gonna be paying attention. Chaos, give me an upset, bro.
So I'm gonna go back the way you was at. Because I got Michigan State upsetting Washington. I feel like right now both teams are 2-0. I know Washington ranked number 8. It can't be an upset if it ain't something you ain't expecting. Something that's out of mind, out of like, yeah, you know what? There's no possible way. But let's just take a look at Michigan State. Typically has been a pretty good football team for the most part. But when you take in consideration they're losing their coach, that means that next guy up, which is the guy that they got faith in, the guy that, is usually the reason why the recruiters came in the first place. When you got an interim stepping up, the kind of coach, this like a new surge of energy that a team typically gets. They just kind of galvanize this behind their coach, but not only behind their coach, but for themselves. Because, it's the moments that you got to stick together the most when your program is in turmoil. And so they going to be in East Lansing. They going to be in Michigan. They going to be at home. They going to have a home crowd. And you know what? Ain't nothing prime about getting a win against a top-ranked team. Going to boast up your season and going to move on 3-0. And try to enter that top 25. That's where I'm at.
I hear you. I heard myself. I still don't know. I don't know. It's a make or break game when you're at a top 18, so you got to come with it.
Yeah.
And you got to hit them early. Now we got to see how the thing start off.
The other question is, are they really a top 8? Like, is Florida State really a top 3 right now?
All I
Like,
said, like Till say, the realest of the real and the fakest of the fake.
hey,
Got it on your chest, shot. Say it with your face. Look, I'm gonna do this one. Noon on the SEC Network. Memorial Stadium. Memorial State. I can't even talk no more. Columbia, Missouri, man. We got Missouri hosting 15th ranked Kansas State. Now, it's not much of a travel, but here's what I like. Jay, you a bit, man. When you see the number 15 ranked team in the nation travel to your team, your unranked home, and they only a 3.5 point favor. What you thinking, bro?
I might have to place a little small something.
What's it? That 3.5 points to me, bro. You the number 15 ranked team, and they giving you just over a field goal.
Yeah.
hey, it's an SEC team, man.
If you know something, yeah. If you
It's
feel
an
like
SEC team, an undefeated SEC team hosting this thing.
yeah.
I'm gonna just go out on a limb and say Missouri is gonna upset Kansas State this weekend. That's what I'm gonna go with.
All right, yeah.
That spread just looks a little too. It could go either way. I'm gonna flip the coin on that one to see if I can get lucky. Now, 2-minute huddle. Let's get this thing pumping. It's time for Who You With. So last week the NFL was like down. Like we had some games last week, games that didn't disappoint, games that did disappoint. I'm a Colts fan. I was like, what the hell? Because I ain't think we had a chance in hell, and looked up, and here we are. We actually beating the Jags. No, we not. We just fell the hell apart in that fourth quarter. I don't know what the hell that was. Saints over the Titans by 1. I mean, like, it was some game. Washington came out and stole the win. Yeah, I don't know if it's against Arizona. So I can't necessarily say you stole the win. Green Bay went out there and beat the Packers. It was just, man, the Raiders Broncos came down to a point. Eagles Patriots was closer than we thought. Dolphins Charger was a goddamn shootout. And I ain't gonna lie to you, we all missed giving a crown to Tua. 466 yards and 3 touchdowns. What in the hell? But this week, oh, and let's not forget what the hell the Cowboys defense did to the Giants. Oh,
Well, these charges dropped on them.
That was sad.
I wanted to press charges on everybody. Who hit you? All of them. They all hit me. All right, so here we go, man. Quick answers on these, bro. I'm gonna call out the game. You tell me who you got for a winner. Thursday night football. Vikings will be visiting the Philadelphia Eagles at Lincoln Financial Field. Kales, who you got?
Go on, Philly. Philly
For Kales. Who you got, J.E.?
I gotta go with Philly just because I picked them to win the bowl. So
I'm with you on that, and I have no problem picking against Kirk Cousins. That's how I'm gonna be with you.
Right.
1, 2, 3, Philly. Sunday, Packers coming down to Atlanta. Jordan Love versus Desmond Ritter. Who we got? Falcons, Packers, J.E.
I'm gonna go with the Pack. I mean, I was impressed by Atlanta last week, but I feel like the Pack has more weapons, more defense. They're just a better team.
What you say, Kels?
Ooh, it's a toss-up. I'm trying not to let my family get in the way. Like, I'm trying
Don't get beat up now.
Wait, you know,
you got to go talk to them again.
I think I might have to go with John on this one though. I look, this is the thing. Green Bay, if you think about it, how many quarterbacks have they had? 3.
All time?
No. Just think about it. Since Brett Favre,
how
many quarterbacks have they really had? Technically, it's really been 3. There was a Brett Favre era when they switched out. it was Aaron Rodgers' time.
Right.
They just switched out. And now it's Jordan Love time.
So you say almost the last 30 years they had 3 quarterbacks.
Whatever they got going on, they doing good at it. And I think Jordan Love is probably better than what people think or give him credit for. They just ain't seen him. So now we see him. It's his party.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I like that logic. I like that logic, but I think Atlanta is ready to hold down the home territory. I'm going with the Falcons.
I hope so.
I think they're ready to hold down the home territory.
They gonna lose.
Next up, who we got, man? Yeah, Raiders, Bills in Buffalo. 1, 2, 3, Buffalo.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have a bounce back game. Yeah.
Nah, bro. I'm going with the Raiders.
The Raiders.
I think
you can stand by yourself.
I'm going with the Raiders.
Bro,
I'm sorry, man. Allen, I feel like they were so discombobulated last week. Like, man, Garoppolo looked good. Yeah, man. Like, I just feel like they didn't have it together, you know? Like, and I feel like they got, because, you know, let's face it, in the beginning of the season, a lot of offense just don't click. They just don't gel. And I feel like that's one that needs a lot more gelling. So I'm going with the Raiders.
I think, like I said, I'm going Buffalo on that one, bro. I think the Bills get them because they looked so bad last week. And I think Josh Allen's going to hear it. You know, people saying if that was Dak that had thrown 3 interceptions like that, they'd be all over his head. So Josh Allen know he got to play better than that. He know he has to play better than that. And I think that they will. Buffalo at home. Vegas Raiders got to travel all the way to the East Coast. That game is at 1 o'clock. Oh, hell yeah. Going Buffalo. Baltimore visiting Cincinnati. This one's interesting because who the hell was that last week the Bengals put out there on the field? I don't know. And the Ravens wasn't pretty either. They lost J.K. Dobbins from jump. Who you got, Kills?
It's so early, man. It's hard to say. Like, I probably got more faith in Joe Burrow and that offense than I do in the Ravens in this newly put together team or offense, so to speak. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, the Ravens can be electrifying, but like John said, some teams just need a little bit more time to gel, and I think Baltimore is one of those teams. So I'm going with Cincy on this one.
Okay, so, what you say, Jay?
I had the same take on that Kels has, except the opposite. I feel as if Cincy is the one that needs to work on all of the offense and this and that and the other. I mean, what happened with Jamar Chase? You know, we got Mixon. We got a lot of same pieces that were there. Like, what's going on? You know, something, in my opinion, is off on the line, or, you know, the play call and something wasn't going right, you know, and I feel like they need to gel a little bit more. And I'm going to go with Lamar just out of pure athleticism and his connections that he's able to make with his weapons. Bad loss with J.K. Dobbins because, I mean, he was looking damn good. Yeah. So, yeah. But I think that they'll find someone else that can pick up the slack.
I'm going to run with you on that Ravens talk, simply because between the two quarterbacks, who do I think is healthier? I don't think Joe Burrow was ready. I think he just didn't want to let his teammates down, but I don't think he's physically ready. I think Lamar is actually good. He just has to knock some rust off and actually get out there and play, and especially after playing bad like that week 1. We know you don't have J.K. Dobbins. It means you're going to have to really put the work in this week. I see Baltimore knocking the Bengals down 0-2. So, Seattle comes from far west coast to the east coast. Play the Lions in Detroit at 1:00. Detroit on 3.
Detroit on 3.
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I think I'm starting to kind of start to drink the water on Detroit a little bit. We try to do that, you know. But
Hey, them jokers tough. They whatever Dan Campbell's selling, they buying, and I love it. I love
I'm
to see
going
it.
with Detroit for the simple fact that Gino looked like a turd sandwich. Okay, point blank.
Bro, did you hear the clip? Did
He
you hear
gonna
the
look
clip
like a
when he
turd
saw
sandwich.
Aaron Donald coming at him?
Bruh, are you serious? Oh my God. Like, are you kidding me? Bruh, really?
man.
Really?
Yo, they got you on camera when you
On
see Aaron Donald
camera.
going, oh my God.
Yeah.
You on tape. We got you on tape.
Yeah, no, I'm going Detroit on that. Chargers, Titans in Nashville.
Man, I'm going with the Titans.
I'm going with the Chargers on this one.
I'm rolling with the Chargers.
Yeah.
I just think Herbert's due for a good game, bro. Like he was subpar that first one, man. I don't trust Tannehill. I said it. J.E., didn't I tell you that we had done on here?
You did. You did.
I don't trust Tannehill.
He turned it up. And this is the deal, is that they still almost won. So this
somehow.
I know the Chargers, they got a good thing. They got explosiveness. They got all these pieces, but they do not finish the game ever. They have a problem finishing. And Tennessee looked good. They didn't look like a bad team out there, I'm telling you. And I know they played the Saints, but I'm going to Titans.
Yeah.
Titans.
Oh, Henry with the stiff arm.
Chargers. You said Chargers, Kels?
Yeah.
Yeah, this next one, I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all right now. I'm rolling with, it's Bucks, Bears. I'm rolling with the Bucks. Here's why. The leading passer, of course, for the Bears is Justin Fields. The leading rusher for the Bills,
Justin Fields.
Yeah. Y'all still can't run the ball. My God. Yeah, man. And Baker seems to have a little more poise with this Tampa team. I'm rolling with the Bucks at home in Raymond James. Yeah.
No, I'm going the same route. Like I think, Baker's not a great quarterback, but I mean, at the end of the day, he will take some chances. And I mean, at the end of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, like, they still got a pretty decent team. They just replaced their quarterback. So yeah, they might not be
hell of a replacement though.
It is. But I don't think Baker's a tremendous drop off from a production standpoint of somebody who's going to start the ball. And at the end of the day, they still got somewhat of a balanced attack. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Tampa on this one as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with you guys, and I have to take back. I thought that Baker Mayfield was done for. He was about to go down there and turn it up. And it looks like Baker been in the gym. He's been at the facility. He's been improving and working on his game. He looked better than I've ever seen in a Baker Mayfield. He didn't look like the Cleveland Mayfield. So I got to go with the Bucks. And like you guys said, Justin Fields, he's a tremendous athlete, but my man, you got to start reading that defense and then using, your legs to set up the pass or something. Something has to change. You can't
go get a running back.
Yeah, do something. You can't do it by yourself.
All right, man. This next one here, I ain't gonna lie to you. Good game. Chiefs head to Jacksonville to play the Jags.
This was hard. I'm gonna tell you what. I think the Jags showed me something last year in that playoff run. I think the team is starting to gel and starting to they kind of like that Detroit team. They got a new coach. They got a young team. And not only that, but I'm just gonna go with it like this. The Chiefs ain't really looked that great either last week against Detroit, to be honest with you. And
They still don't have Chris. Oh, wait.
something tells me, you know how sometimes you got a Super Bowl hangover? Something tells me they might just be a little bit more hangover than we thought. And I got the Jags. It's my upset, to be honest with you. It's my upset. I got the Jags winning this game.
I'm going with Kills. I feel like he's right. I mean, I think that the Jags come in with all the pieces that the Chiefs had in Hilaire and Hill and all of the receivers that they had. Now it's now flipped over. You got Kirk, you got Ridley, you got Etienne, and then Philly, like, what were y'all thinking? Get rid of Doug Peterson? Like, I mean, I'm sorry. I thought that was ridiculous. Anyway, he's the coach. Come on. Like, breeding brilliance, breeding champions.
Tank Bigsby's down there too, ain't he?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. Him and
gotta shout
Etienne are a 1-2 punch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that last week. Anyway, I'm going to
1, 2, 3 Jags.
Here's the part. Here's why I hesitate. 1 year, 16 million. Chris Jones.
Yo.
I mean, is he back for real?
Yeah, he's back. But I don't know if he's in what kind of shape he's in. See, that's my concern. I know you've been running, but are you in football shape? Because you've been holding out. And if he's not in football shape, you won't be able to play as many snaps as you would like to, or B, you could risk injury. I have never seen a player have a successful holdout, meaning either they didn't perform well or they resulted in an injury. Never fails. I don't want to wish that on anybody, but because I'm saying all this out loud now, I'm going with Jacksonville. And that's going to be crazy to see Kansas City start the season off 0-2.
Yeah.
0-2.
0-2. That's going to be crazy.
The champions.
Crazy. We saying the Andy Reid team going to start the season off 0-2. Now, Colts, Texans, I'm going to go out, and this is not just because of my fandom, but this is because I saw the fight in us last week. I mean, we didn't finish strong, but my Colts have a little more firepower than expected. And I'm going with them Colts over the Texans in Houston.
Battle of the Rooks.
Yeah. C.J. Stroud, Anthony Richardson.
It's tough. I think both of them show, some good things last week. If it's tough because the Colts ain't got Jonathan Taylor, man.
No, we don't.
But I'm gonna have to go with the Colts. And I'm gonna go with the Colts just because I think Anthony Richardson he's got enough size where he can kind of do what Josh Allen was doing in Buffalo for quite some time.
I got a name for you. Defoe, DeForest Buckner. That's my guy. Watch that boy.
Yo.
I still say thank you, San Francisco.
Yeah. Don't know why they got rid of him.
Thank you, San Francisco. That's all I can say.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with you guys. I'm going with the Colts as well.
All right, man.
I don't feel like the Texans are losers, man. They just lose. That's what they do.
All right, we got 2 minutes. Let's knock this thing out.
What feel about it?
Let's knock this thing out. We got 2 minutes, man. One word: Niners, Rams in Inglewood. J.E.
Niners.
Kels, you say Niners?
Yeah.
Damn sure going with the Niners.
I trust that defense.
Giants, Cardinals in Arizona. Who
Ooh.
sucks the least?
Cards.
Right. That's the tough part.
You going with Cards, Jay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Giants.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Giants. I feel like that game was a really bad game, and I know it's not the Giants' tape necessarily to be that bad.
They still got Joshua Dobbs.
They got to recover.
I
mean, they still got Saquon at running back, man. You know.
I'm talking about the Cardinals got Joshua Dobbs. I'm good. I'm straight. Jets, Cowboys. This is gonna be a defensive matchup in Dallas.
I got the boys.
Cowboys.
1, 2, 3, Dallas. Washington, Denver in Denver. Kel say Denver.
I guess I'm gonna go with the Broncos.
I'm going with Washington. There we go. And Sunday night football. Miami, AFC East rival against the Patriots in Foxborough. I'm going with Tua and them Dolphins.
I am going with Tua as well.
I'm with you on that. They looked too good last week.
Monday night doubleheader. Here we go. Saints, Panthers in Carolina.
Yep, I might have to do the Saints. I can't. Yeah, I'm with John.
Saints on one.
Yeah.
What you say, Jay?
He said Saints.
Oh, he said Saints? Okay.
Yeah, you got the Saints. You know, yeah.
Saints on 3 then. Let's go. And AFC North battle. Cleveland Browns visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Visiting the Pittsburgh Steelers.
So what?
Cleveland.
Tomlin, boy, you better get it together, my brother. Hey,
I'm going with the
y'all looked bad. Okay, Pickett was getting picked. It was bad.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Browns.
I'm going Cleveland, yeah.
And look, throw a crown to Deshaun, bro. Also, throw a crown to Ridley. Why? Both of these guys set out
the entire
year, come back and ball out. Crown.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, real quick, last word. Anybody got anything to say? Last words.
Well, before I do, I'm gonna get a point guard a shout out, man. And Chelsea Gray, man, yo, in this game. I mean, granted, the Aces is tearing up Sky, but yo, 24-7, yo, she doing her thing, man. That is the engine, you know what I'm saying, that makes that team go, yo. So, hey, shout out, man, Chelsea Gray.
J.E.
Man, my last words is I guess I'm gonna go with what I call poo and giggle fights of the world. And we have one coming up October 14th with KSI versus Tommy Fury. And my deal is that I guess maybe I might have a segment on this. What's more entertaining, a real fight between real fighters or guys like, KSI getting in there with YouTube sensations and this and that and the other? Like, is that messing up the integrity, or is it taken away from the real deal? And but the deal is that people watch this, but I'm just wondering how long it has, or how long its time will be. Will this be something that continues, that with the celebrity matches go on, like MTV celebrity matches, it had its time, it went away.
Right.
Will this stay? Will this be something that has longevity, or will it die down? And that's a topic I want to bring up and discuss it.
I can't wait to see real fighters take their sport back. That's all I'm gonna say on that part. DT, we held it down for you, my brother. JE, Kels, appreciate y'all being here tonight, man. This is the Underground Sports Kings, land of the trio where sports and culture collide. Once again, download BWNC Radio, get the app, this episode will be re-airing on BWNC Radio, the audio version, at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. Central on BWNC Radio. Also, it will be locked and loaded for Spotify on the audio. So even if you can't sit still and watch this episode, you can listen to it on the go. Get your sports fix with Underground Sports Kings. Appreciate everybody for tuning in, showing love. Like, share, follow on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Peace to the God, man. We out.
Yeah.